I'd lived overseas multiple times with the U.S. military. I was living in Japan, I've lived in Bahrain, and I had traveled once to Australia and really enjoyed my time here. So when I was getting close to retiring from my job as a family medicine doctor with the U.S. Navy, I decided Australia might just be the place. Initially, it was just a discussion with the directors and finding out what jobs were available and what it took. So that was, it was really, the decision for a big career move. It was almost a 2-year process, or maybe even a little bit longer. It can get complicated at times. Some of the difficulties with, getting a visa, making sure that you do all your background checks and that type of stuff. But there's staff members here at Rural Doctors Workforce Agency who help you with that process and walk you through it. The staff, because they're here in Australia, can liaison with the government offices and help you through the process. So it ended up being long, but not overly difficult, certainly manageable. Our DWA is very good about supporting your family, and coming down here, they'll bring your partner down with you because they realize they're going to have to live the life too, and they want to make sure that they're comfortable with what you're signing up for and what you're getting yourself into. And it really is what you see is what you get. The job opportunities, the clear idea of how, the range of the geographic area you're covering potentially, and the facilities. You're not in a big city hospital, and that's very clear. You're working in a smaller rural practice that will have a small rural community hospital, and you realize very early on you're not the only foreign medical doctor. Often get mistaken as Canadian because there's more Canadian Commonwealth doctors over here, and so they're receptive to that, and they many of them have been over the United States, and they're more than happy to share their experiences there with you, and want to understand how come you decided to come here. They want to hear your story. So there's always a personal interest in who you are. Well, I've certainly expanded my scope of care. Done more palliative care than I had in the past, and part of it is the life expectancy here is pretty high. It's one of the highest in the world. I think the expectation is that you do your best job that you can. People think that you're there in all with good intentions and goodwill to do the best you can, and that's really what the practice is about. It's been a great opportunity, and that's why I signed on for a second year. So it's been a lot of fun.